G'day, it's Tony from GME. In this video, we're going to run you through our range of VHF marine radios. In the range, we've got a number of different handheld options and a couple of fixed mount options, and it can be overwhelming when you see all of the models side by side. So in this video, we'll talk you through the key differences between each model to help you decide which radio will be right for you. So starting with our entry-level product, the GX610. This one's quite distinctive because it's bright yellow. It's a high visibility finish, really easy to keep track of. It does have a semi-flexible antenna, not as flexible as some of the other models in the range, and this antenna cannot be removed from the radio, so it's one complete unit. The GX610 has 2.5 watts of transmission power. It's waterproof, it's dustproof, has got a nice bright LCD screen. It's a very simple radio to use, and it floats. So if you drop it in the water, you're not going to lose it. The GX610 is designed for those casual water sports. So if you're heading out in a kayak or even on a stand-up paddleboard, or you're only an occasional user of a tinny, the GX610 could be a great way for you to get into the world of VHF marine radio. Moving up the range from the GX610, we have the GX625. This one obviously is in white, but you can also buy this radio in a black finish. The GX625 has 5 watts of transmission power, so it does have a higher output power than the GX610. It'll give you that extra distance. It does have a removable antenna. It's waterproof and dustproof, and it also floats. One of the key differences between the GX625 and the entry-level GX610 is what we call float and flash. If the radio is dropped into the water, not only will it float, but the backlight on the LCD will flash repeatedly, making the radio much easier to find. Moving up the range, we have the GX865. Now this is a much larger bodied radio and has a lot more features than the entry-level GX625 and GX610. You can see it's got a much larger LCD screen. Again, it's waterproof and dustproof. It's got a removable antenna. It's got that float and flash technology. And it's also got a really cool feature called water displacement technology. If you get water in the speaker grill here, you can press the water displacement technology feature and it will blast a very short, sharp tone to push all of the water out of the speaker, which makes it really handy in an environment where you know the radio is going to get wet quite often. The radio also features a torch in the top of the radio, which has a number of different features, including being able to flash an SOS pattern. Moving up from there, we have the GX875, our flagship VHF marine handheld radio. It has all of the same features as the GX865, but it has one key difference, which is digital selective calling. So this radio has a built-in GPS receiver. If you program your MMSI number into the GX875, you'll be able to send and receive that location information via DSC. This is really quite a high-end radio. If you're a serious sailor and you're spending a lot of time on open ocean, this is the perfect radio to have on your belt. So moving from the handhelds into the fixed mount radios, we've got 2 models in the fixed mount range, starting with the GX700. So the GX700 is what we call a local control radio. All of the controls are on the main body of the radio. You've got this nice bright LCD screen and then quite a simple microphone with your channel up and down and obviously your push to talk button on the side. The GX700 is a very popular radio. It's quite simple to use, but you do need to have space on your dash to mount the radio so you can obviously see the screen and the controls. Now in modern boats, particularly in those trailer boats, we know that the screens are always getting bigger, so your sounder or your GPS will take up a lot of dash space, and potentially you won't have room to mount your GX700 in a place that's easy for you to access, which is where the GX750 comes in. So the GX750 is a controller mic radio, obviously has the screen on the microphone and all of the controls, and the main radio unit is a black box style. So the black box gets mounted under the dash, the radio runs to a panel socket mounted in your dash, and then the controller microphone somewhere easy for you to access and obviously see the screen. These radios are becoming very popular in modern trailer boats where space is at a premium. Both the GX700 and GX750 are available in a white or a black finish. Of course, they're waterproof and dustproof, and they both feature 25 watts of transmission power. The full range of GME VHF marine radios feature both dual watch and triple watch, so you can alternate between monitoring, for example, your safety channel, 16, and another channel that may be your working channel that you're using to communicate. For more information on the range of VHF marine radios from GME, head to gme.net.au.